show my grid, because we're going to use the grid to line things up. Okay, we've got the idea. Our ideas come from this shape here, and we've now got a basic, very simple shape to make a logo. How do we make it more interesting? And I'm thinking, well, where am I going to get my ideas from? I can't come up with ideas myself. I'm just not that artistic. So if I go back into here and just have a look at my image again, I'm going to turn them off for now, and I'm going to look at this shape here, and this time I'm going to use a different tool. I think I'm going to look at my selection tool, and I'm going to just use the quick selection. Now we get this icon come up, and if I just draw around this shape, okay, it's an interesting shape. I don't want all of it, but I'm going to Control C to copy that, and I'm going to go Control V to paste it. So now if I turn everything off and just go back to our shape, that's the shape that we've just done. I'm going to use our eraser tool and just tidy it up a little bit and come out. It's these bits here I think I'm going to go with. So I'm going to use my selection tool here, and I'm just going to draw from there to there. I'm going to delete that bit, and I'm going to go from there to there and delete that bit, and I'm going to go from here to there and delete that bit. So I've just now got this basic shape here in terms of the layer. Now I have to double click in here to make sure I get rid of what we call the ants, and I'm going to rotate the image. I only want to rotate the image itself, so I'm going to rotate that 90 degrees. Oh, I've rotated the whole canvas. Undo. What I want to do is take control of this layer. So if I move the layer, what I want to do is edit and free transform. So I'm going to go free transform and rotate, and I'm just going to, using my grid again, I'm going to pull it down to level with the grid. Now this is quite important. You can see now that it's at a funny sort of angle. It's not actually completely straight, and I want it to be completely straight. So I'm going to, I just want to actually free edit, transform, distort, and on that point I'm going to pull it down. So I've changed the point by going to edit, free transform and distort. Alright, so it still needs to come down a little bit, I think, so I'm just going to go down like that. Alright, so there's our shape, which is interesting. I'm just going to tick the box at the top to say yeah. Now click on my other stuff. So click on my other buttons, and I've got this kind of thing going on. Alright, okay, that's not too bad. Let's take the shape and do something with it. So it's got a funny kind of like curvature to it going on, and probably I only want this section. So using the pen tool again, I'm going to draw around it. Oh, don't want to do that. Command Z, click in there and draw around, and I'm just going to go up and down, up, up and down, along, up, 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 down again, clock to the bottom, up to the top, so we're joined up. Okay, there's the shape that we've got, and I'm going to just, I think I'm just going to turn off the image so I've only got the lines. So we use the control key to move the shape around. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just moving these points around to give me an idea of what I want to do with this shape. Now I'm holding the command key down, and I'm using the direct selection tool. that allows me to click on any point and move it to where I want. So that point is going to there, but I'm going to move it to there and move that to there. And so on my first point here, I'm going to go to that box there and pull my next point up to there, to the middle. Okay. Now remember, I'm just using the boxes to give me an idea to create a really formal design. So, well, that's got a whole lot in there. Now we might not have enough points to get everything where I want it. So Command key to pull the point to where I want it, and then the Command key again on the next point. Now if I want to add a point, I can. So I can move these points anywhere I want. I can also add points if I haven't got enough. So let's just have a little look about there. Now what I don't want to do is put one on top of the other, because that will make life difficult trying to get the right one out of the box. I'm going to go up to here, and I'm going to go there. With that one, I'll leave there for now. I might need it. There, and you can see how I'm using the grid. Now if you can't see the grid, you can change the color of the grid in the preferences. I can actually see it, so I'm not too bothered. And I've got one there that I probably don't need. It's going to go to there, and I don't need that one, so I can select it and delete that anchor point. Okay, so now I've only got the anchor points that I need, and we are, let's just go Command key, whoa. So back onto direct select. Okay, now what I could do is move this line up here, hold the Command key again and pull it up. So I want to go to that point, so double click on it and pull it up to that point, and then double click on this one, put it up to that point, and I've got an interesting sort of thing going on. I wonder what happens if I click on the fill, and there's the color of the fill is the same color that I've got here. If I click on this line and leave it, I'm just going to leave it. Actually, I'm going to look at this point here. I'm going to delete that, and then I've only got the original line. So I'm going to go undo. I can start to create custom shapes. Some of you will get into this more than others. If you can't, or you find it really difficult to use these tools, don't worry about it. Just make bland shapes, because from those you can do the same thing, because ultimately all I want you to do is add text across the bottom. So that's playing with shapes, and obviously you're all going to come up with your own sort of thing on this. and you can see the pink lines are telling me where everything's lined up exactly, and there's all the shapes in there. Now I'm coming back to this bottom box, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do with that? What we want to do now is put something in here.